Hello, Angry One Horn here with another tutorial video, and today we're going to go over some start procedures on the OA37B available at flightsim.to. We're going to go over what a normal start looks like, and then we're going to go over some abnormal starts. So battery power on and inverter to spare. We're going to simulate that we've done everything else. All our switches are ready to start. First thing you definitely want to make sure throttles are in the cutoff position. If you're using a single throttle to run both throttles, you're going to have to use your mouse to move the throttles independently. If you're using a setup that has two throttles, then you're okay because you control each throttle independently. Now, if you have an issue, the key to preventing the engines from being damaged is immediately hit this engine start switch again, and that kills the sequence. Hit the left engine start. We're going to watch our RPM and our exhaust temperature. We'll notice our fuel flow and oil pressure as well, but the main two key things here are watching your RPM and your exhaust temperature. Now we got ignition, but I like to wait just a few more percent RPMs before going over the horn so that it doesn't struggle. All right, now we're at about 8 to 10, so we're going to go ahead and go over the horn. We go to idle. We're going to watch that ignition. Now we're going to keep our mouse on the left at start. All right, we got a nice smooth exhaust temperature startup right there. See that? That's what we're looking for. Not rapidly rising, nice smooth. 30%, 40%, your igniters will shut off. And at 50%, your generator will go out. If you have your generator switch on, that is. Generator out. All right. Now, that is a good sequence. Now, for the right engine, we're going to go ahead and advance this throttle to 60%. Now, you'll do some other stuff. You'll turn on nav lights and whatever else, but we're just concentrating on the engine start itself. So we're advance our RPM to 60%, and then we're going to go ahead and hit that right engine start switch. Keep your mouse on that button, but monitor your gauges. Same exact process. Ignition will come on about 6% or so. There we go. But I like to wait, like I said, a little bit longer. I find that this gets us a nice smooth go over the horn. Watch that exhaust. Nice smooth exhaust. That's what we're looking for. We want a nice smooth. Again, 40%, your ignition will go out. The light will disappear and you won't hear the igniters anymore. And at 50%, you'll see the generator go out, and there we go. And then you just bring your number one back to idle once you've got both generators up and going. So there you go. And then you'll flip your inverter switch to main and your fuel switch to normal. That's a normal engine sequence. That's how it should look. All right, now we're going to attempt to show you some abnormal starts. Not necessarily going to be detriment to the engine, but just something to be aware of. The first thing we have everything set up just like we did before. Everything's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and hit the left engine start. And this time, as soon as I get ignition, I'm going to go ahead and go over the horn with it. See how fast that's moving? That is when you're going to anticipate a hot start. So we haven't, it wasn't hot enough that it got all the way up to the, and peaked out and damaged the engine. We have a fire. See how quickly that rose and why you want to have your mouse button ready to click that left engine start. So that one we can, that one we could have probably kept going with the engine start. We would have just had a hotter than normal start, but you don't want to take a chance of it going up past that for a long period of time. So that's why we shut it down. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what will happen if you start it in with the idle already. Right now it's dumping fuel into the system, into the engine. But as soon as it ignites, catches on fire, and we're going to go all the way up. And there's nothing we can do about it, even if we stop it. And we're going to have possibly an engine fire. Nope, I caught it in time. Now, if we would have let that keep going, we would have had an engine fire. So, okay, now I'm going to let it go through the whole sequence with the engine in idle already, so we can see if we can get the fire to show up. There you go. There's our fire, our smoke. And then we if you find your exhaust temperature pegged out, you're going to have to open up your maintenance tablet here. All right, and then once you get this up and running, you'll go to sheets and you have to hit the engine start twice, I believe it is. And then your engine will come back. So there you go. And then you can put the tool away and it resets your exhaust. There's one other rapid rise, and a rapid rise to 400 and then stop. And then after the engine catches up, it'll rise up just like the normal slow rise up to 700 and then back down after the engine starts. And that's why if it rapidly rises past 500, you want to go ahead and hit that button again to stop it. After several attempts of trying to duplicate the rapid rise to 400 with a pause and then a increase to 700 at normal rate, I've decided not to keep attempting it. If you see that, just remember, if it goes above 500, if it's rapidly rising through 500, that is your indication to pause, stop the system. to hit that button, that start sequence button again, and stop it, and then put your throttle into cutoff. This is Angry One Horn. Thank you for watching. Hope this was helpful in getting your OA-37 successfully started and get you many, many flights in the skies.